Hello and welcome back. I'm Barbara O'Neill. Today we're diving into the topic of how to empower your immune system. A strong immune system is crucial for staying healthy and protected from illnesses, especially as we get older. In this lecture, we'll discuss simple and effective ways to boost your immune system, including dietary choices, lifestyle habits, and natural remedies. By following these tips, you can help strengthen your body's defenses and support overall wellness. Stay tuned to learn how to make practical changes that can keep your immune system in top shape.
But there is a simple thing you can do to maintain a proper balance in the mouth, and that is oil pulling. That's taking a spoonful of coconut oil and swishing. Swish, 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 swish. And after about 10 minutes, spit it out. Don't spit it down the plug hole because the coconut oil will go solid and plug up your drain. Spit it outside, and the microbes that live on the soil will eat up the waste in your coconut oil as you spit it out. Also, rinse your mouth a couple of times with water. That's a great way to maintain a proper balance in the microbes in your mouth. Now, as you swallow, then the food comes down into your gastrointestinal tract. And do you know that you have a secret weapon in your gastrointestinal tract? And on Friday night, I'll be talking about it more. It's called hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid, if it's in good amounts, it's one of its designs is to kill off any microbes that come in, maybe a bit of bacteria or a bit of fungi, or yeast might come in on the food and you can't see it because they're microscopic. If you've got good hydrochloric acid, it will kill it. And yet people that are on antacids, what is their hydrochloric acid levels like? Gone. And people that do long-term antacid use, they're finding that they're becoming susceptible to colon cancer because the food's not getting broken down in the stomach because they've lost their acid. And so further on down, those enzymes can't break it down because it didn't get an initial breakdown. And so then it gets all the way to the colon, and bacteria has to be created to try and break down these partially digested foods. And that bacteria has the ability to start eating away at the colon wall. Now, if I lost you there, that's all right, because on Friday night, we're going to take the whole journey through the gastrointestinal tract. Message is, antacids aren't very good. It defies reason. How are you going to break your food down now if you're taking antacids? So some people say, well, I've got too much acid. And I say, how do you know? Well, it keeps coming up. Well, the problem's not the acid, the problem's the gate. So what's the gate? The gate is the cardiac sphincter, which is a muscle. And when it's relaxed, it's closed. When it tightens, it opens. Magnesium will relax and close that little muscle there. So the body's secret weapon is hydrochloric acid. Do you know hydrochloric acid is part of your immune system because it's designed to kill off any harmful bacteria that might come in on your food. Do you know what this means? The only people that get food poisoning are people with low hydrochloric acid. Because if everyone's hydrochloric acid levels were high, then it would wipe out any microbes that come through. Hydrochloric acid also unites with pepsinogen to produce pepsin that breaks down your protein. Now, if you got a little bit lost there, it's all right. Friday night's coming where I'll explain it all in a little bit more detail. And then the food breaks down to tiny little particles and gets into the blood. Now, in the blood, we have white blood cells, and basically that's officially your immune system. And we have 5 different types of white blood cells. We have got neutrophils. Neutrophils are the most common white blood cell, and about 66% of our white bloods is neutrophils. We've got monocytes. They're another type of white blood cell, and they make up about 15%. Lymphocytes are a white blood cell that are made in your lymph nodes, so in your lymphatic system. The other ones are made in your bone marrow. Basophils and eosinophils, they just make up a very small amount of your white blood cell. Your lymphocytes are your scouts. So they zoom all around the blood looking for any harmful pathogens. And if they find them, they say, hey guys, especially neutrophils and monocytes, we've got some problems here that need to be wiped out. And so these two come along, they're basically your internal armour, and they start to wipe it out. Now, if you've got a cut and you rub a bit of manure in it, well, guess what's going to happen very soon? It's going to all swell up, and your white blood cells are going to come to the area, and as they die off, it's called pus. That's what pus is. They're your dead white blood cells. They do a wonderful job. So you see, they're in your body to protect your body. They're your internal army. They're your immune system.
Oil pulling using coconut oil swished around the mouth for about 10 minutes can help maintain a healthy balance of mouth microbes. This practice helps reduce harmful bacteria and supports oral health, contributing to a stronger immune system. After oil pulling, it's important to spit the oil outside to avoid clogging your drain and to rinse your mouth with water to remove any remaining oil. Hydrochloric acid in the stomach plays a crucial role in digestion and immune defense. It helps kill microbes that enter with food, preventing potential infections and maintaining overall gut health. Low levels of hydrochloric acid, often due to long-term antacid use, can impair digestion, leading to partially digested food reaching the colon. This can result in bacterial overgrowth and damage to the colon wall, increasing the risk of conditions like colon cancer. White blood cells, WBCs, are essential components of the immune system. Neutrophils, monocytes, lymphocytes, basophils and eosinophils work together to detect and respond to threats in the body. Neutrophils and monocytes act as the first line of defense, attacking and eliminating pathogens, while lymphocytes help coordinate the immune response. For instance, if you have an infection, white blood cells move to the affected area where they fight off the invaders. The accumulation of dead white blood cells forms pus, highlighting their role in immune protection.
You will so realise the benefits of pure air and oxygen. You wouldn't live without these blessings. So I do it every day because I love the results. But if you're pushed for time and you do it really hard, you could probably get away with it every other day. Do you know, the Bible says, prove all things and hold fast to that which is good. I hold fast to it because I love the results. Where does meat fit in? Well, if you want to know the truth on meat, the good book to read is The China Study by Dr. Colin Campbell. He shows that 5% animal protein, it doesn't trigger cancer. What's 5% animal protein? That's about a tablespoon of meat a day. I myself would prefer to eat vegetarian. Plus the meat today is in a pretty bad way. If you went to the abattoirs and saw what happened, you might not eat it again.
The benefits of pure air and oxygen are clear. You need them to live and thrive. They play a crucial role in maintaining good health. Fresh air helps improve lung function, boosts energy levels, and supports overall well-being. It can also enhance mental clarity and reduce stress. Regular breathing of clean, fresh air ensures that your body gets the oxygen it needs to function optimally. Incorporating pure air into your routine can be as simple as spending more time outdoors in natural settings or using air purifiers in your home. If you're busy, you might find that even occasional exposure to clean air can make a difference. The positive effects on your mood and energy are noticeable and worth maintaining.
One is refined sugar. It will kill off the white blood cells. There's a book called Proof Positive by Dr. Neil Nedley, and he actually gives a percentage of how many lollies kill how many white blood cells and how many white blood cells are killed off by a slice of cheesecake. And he defines it exactly. So keep away from the sugar. Also caffeine. Caffeine can inhibit the proper production of the white blood cells, and the hybridized wheat. Now, the hybridized wheat does not kill off the white blood cells. The hybridized wheat stimulates an overproduction of eosinophils. So you can have a problem if you've got not enough white blood cells and you've got too many white blood cells. Now, if you've got a cold, you'll have a lot of white blood cells, and that is good because they're fighting your cold. But when you get a particular white blood cell like the eosinophil in large amounts, the eosinophils are the histamine carriers. And histamine, when it's in high amounts, does everyone know what you get? Allergies. And if someone has an allergy and they go to the doctor, what will he give them? Antihistamines. So too many eosinophils can cause allergies. Now at Misty Mountain Health Retreat, I do live blood analysis, and I'd get a drop of blood and put it up on the screen. And these eosinophils, they light up like bright lights, whereas these others don't, they're not like bright lights. Basophils is a bit bright lights too. Now on one drop of blood, there should be 2 eosinophils in that whole drop of blood. And if someone has a gluten sensitivity, I will see 6 eosinophils. And if someone has, so that's a sensitivity. If someone has that's to gluten. If someone has a gluten intolerance, I will see 8 to 10 eosinophils. That's an intolerance. And if someone has celiac, I will see 15 to 20, sometimes I've seen 23. That's celiac. One lady, I saw an intolerance in her blood because she had about 8 to 10 eosinophils. She said, oh no, I've had a test for celiac and I'm not celiac. I said, no, you're not celiac, but you're intolerant. The test will not show intolerance or sensitivity. And if someone is sensitive or intolerant and they keep eating the wheat, guess what they're going to get to? Is celiac. And if someone is celiac and they totally stop all wheat, they can bring themselves back to intolerance and even sensitivity. And they can get to the point where they can have a slice of bread maybe once a month and not get a reaction. One lady said, since I've stopped the wheat, I don't have a cat allergy anymore. Another lady said, since I've stopped the wheat, I don't have a horse allergy anymore. Another lady said, since I've stopped the wheat, I don't have a dust allergy. Another lady said, I don't have the pollen allergy anymore. Oh, it's much easier to blame the cat and the horse and the dust and the pollen than the wheat. And you can see why, because when we have an intolerance to it, it increases the eosinophils, which increases the histamine carriers, and there's your allergies. I'll just push the button. Stop the wheat, dairy, refined sugar. So those things must stop. So the dairy, as I said earlier, about 60% of Australians, it says, are intolerant to dairy.
Refined sugar can significantly impact your immune system, including the health of your white blood cells. Studies such as those highlighted in Dr. Neil Nedley's book Proof Positive show that consuming sugary foods like candy and cheesecake can decrease the effectiveness of your white blood cells. This weakening effect makes it harder for your body to fight off infections and can lead to other health issues. Caffeine, too, can interfere with the proper production of white blood cells. Regular caffeine intake may not directly kill white blood cells, but can disrupt their production, which can impair your immune response. When it comes to wheat, hybridized varieties can trigger an overproduction of eosinophils, a type of white blood cell involved in allergic reactions. An excess of eosinophils can lead to allergy symptoms and other health problems. For instance, individuals with gluten sensitivity might see an increase in eosinophils in their blood, with higher levels indicating more severe conditions such as gluten intolerance or celiac disease. Some people with gluten intolerance or sensitivity might find that their symptoms ease with time if they avoid wheat completely, potentially leading to reduced eosinophil levels and improved tolerance. Avoiding wheat, dairy, and refined sugar can help manage these health issues. Many people find that cutting out these items not only improves their immune function, but also helps alleviate other allergic reactions. In fact, a significant portion of people, like around 60% of Australians, are intolerant to dairy, highlighting the importance of being mindful of dietary choices to maintain overall health.
Number 6 is proper diet. And we just covered the proper diet. High fibre. They're the 3 essentials, is fibre, protein and fats. One of the questions was, there is a doctor that says the fat you eat, the fat you wear. But I've known people on fat-free diets and they're very large. Do you know, really, it's the fat you eat isn't the fat you wear, because fat doesn't make you fat. It's the wheat and the sugar you eat. That's your wheat belly. That's where it dumps. That's basic anatomy and physiology. Especially your saturated fats. Do you know what your body loves doing with saturated fats? And the best saturated fats is your coconut. Burns it as fuel. It's like the farmer, the Australian farmer who got coconuts cheap to fatten up his cows. Well, his cows lost fat, put on muscle, started bounding round the paddocks. So if you want to bound round the paddock, what do you eat? The coconut. Number 7 is use of water. To keep that blood thin, to enable your body to make your white blood cells, we must be drinking water. And ideally, at least 2 litres a day. And to get that water into the cell, the whole salt. Crystal of the whole salt. Ideally Celtic and Himalayan. But one of the most powerful immune system boosters is this system here, is the hot and colds. So what I'm suggesting is after your hot shower, you have a quick cold. Now you can have a 10-minute hot shower and a 10 seconds cold. Aren't you glad I didn't say 10 minutes cold and 10 seconds hot? It's all relative, isn't it? And if you go like this, don't worry about that. Cold is an excellent tonic. Every morning at Misty Mountain Health Retreat, I do my high intensity exercise, running up the hills, walking down them, running up. As I said this morning, the hat came off, the gloves came off, my little down jacket came off and tied around my waist. The whole body warms up, and I really missed diving in my mountain stream this morning. So even in the middle of winter, I dive in my mountain stream, and it's one of the most powerful immune system boosters, that quick cold. Now, because it's quick, it gives a rush to the body, and it basically stimulates the bone marrow to make more white blood cells. I have worked out in the middle of winter that I can be in and out of the creek in 7 seconds, and then the deep cold, the pain doesn't kick in, because you don't get cold. And when you have your quick shower, now I don't have a quick cold before I go to bed because I don't want to wake up. But in the morning, I do. You see, most people get winter colds and flus because they don't use cold. So how do you use cold to prevent winter colds and flus? You make sure you're breathing in some fresh air every night in that little bit of a window open. You make sure you're outside every morning in the cool air doing the exercise. Make sure you're warm. I had gloves and my down jacket on and my woolen leggings and a little head thing. Make sure you're warm, but make sure you're breathing in that fresh air. And remember, 3,600 mil of air in, 3,600 mil out when you're starting to breathe deeply. So use that cold. And then when you come back, have your hot shower, that's very nice, and end with quick cold. Ending with quick cold equalizes the circulation and prevents chilling. You have a hot shower and then go and stand out in that cool air, you will chill. You have a hot shower, have a quick 10 seconds cold, and then go out in that cool air, you will not chill. What cold does is it equalizes the circulation, prevents chilling, closes the pores.
A proper diet plays a crucial role in maintaining overall health and boosting the immune system. Fiber, protein, and fats are the three essential components of a balanced diet. While some may believe that fat intake directly correlates with body fat, it's more accurate to focus on the impact of wheat and sugar consumption. Many people find that reducing wheat and sugar can help manage weight more effectively than simply cutting out fats. Saturated fats from sources like coconut can be beneficial. Water consumption is another key aspect of supporting your health. Drinking at least 2 litres of water a day helps keep your blood thin and aids in the production of white blood cells. To enhance water absorption into your cells, consider using whole salt crystals like Celtic or Himalayan salt. A practical way to boost your immune system is through the hot and cold shower method. After a hot shower, switch briefly to cold water for about 10 seconds. This sudden cold exposure stimulates bone marrow to produce more white blood cells. Daily high-intensity exercises can be complemented with cold exposure, such as diving into a mountain stream even in winter. This practice can strengthen your immune system. To avoid winter colds and flu, breathe in fresh air by keeping a small window open at night and exercising outdoors in the cool morning air. Dress warmly, but ensure you're breathing deeply. After being outside, a hot shower followed by a quick cold rinse can help regulate circulation, prevent chilling, and close the pores. Thanks for watching. I hope you found these tips helpful for boosting your immune system. Remember, taking care of your health is a continuous effort and every little step counts. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more health tips. Take care and see you next time.